स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्पृष्टभागं सत्तनोभिः यशेमदेवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हृत्पुण्डरीकं विरजं विशुद्धं विचिन्त्य मध्ये विशदं विशोकम् अचिन्त्यमव्यक्तमनन्तरूपम् शिवं प्रशान्तममृतं ब्रह्मयोनिम् Brahman, which is Atman, is said as here the Lakshana, the description, the characteristics, the Swarupa words are given. Achintyam, Avyaktam, Anantarupam, Shivam, Prashantam, Amritam, etc. Okay. Shivam is Mangala Rupa, the abiding Mangala, not the transient, ephemeral happiness, blessing, etc., but an abiding blessing. This is Shiva, Mangala Rupa. Okay. Even the transient happiness, etc., is a manifestation, is like a ray of the sun. So, to the transient, the passing happiness is a manifestation of Atma Swarupa, that Mangala Vandi. Now, Prashanta, the tranquil, the ever peaceful. All disturbances are caused by avidya, kama, etc. All sense notions of limitations, suffering, etc. are result of this avidya, kama, karma. When these are set, they are set at rest, set to rest. That is, their Swarupa is understood as mithya, kalpita on Atma Swarupa, and thereby the person discovers one's own innate freedom. Then one becomes prashanta, free from the hold of avidya, kama, etc. So, prashantam. Atma is ever prashanta. The knower of Atma, from the moment the person knows, that person also enjoys this prashanta. A mind which knows, which understands, which owns Brahmaswarupa, verily reflects. Remember, reflects within quotation, not physical, but it just it reflects, it shows up the Brahmaswarupa only. Like the crystal, clear crystal, the transparent crystal takes on the Swarupa. Earlier, the mind took on its own the notions caused by avidya, karta, bhokta, sukhi, dukhi, all those notions it assumed. Now, in the light of the knowledge, owned, assimilated knowledge, the mind owns only the wisdom. The mind is now becomes incapable of assuming, just incapable of taking itself as a sukhi, dukhi. In other words, the person becomes incapable of taking oneself as sukhi, dukhi, karta, bhokta, samsari. It just wouldn't happen, cannot happen anymore. What will be there? What will be there then in the mind? Only the purnatva, the abhivyakti, the manifestation of the wisdom in terms of purnatva, fullness, tripti, satisfaction, right? These alone, and peace, shanti alone will be the manifestations in that mind. Duality, the appearance may continues, but then the truth will not be there for that mind, for that person anymore. The individuality will cease to be a dividing entity anymore for that person. The individuality virtually, practically is not there. Practically. Why say practically? Because the division, causing a division. This is me, this is not me. There's a division there. The individuality shows up this division. This much is me, this is me, and this is not me. That division just vanishes in this. So the mind gets imbued in the wisdom only, in oneness only. And everything, every manifestation, every transaction, every activity by that mind is done in fullness, in happiness, in satisfaction. Being Purna, being Santushta, being Ananda, right? With that, the mind will look at everything. That mind, the Jnani mind or the Jnani, look at things in the light of knowledge alone, wisdom alone, not through the eyes of the Ajnana which was obtaining earlier. That is the Prashanta. So, in the mind of a Jnani, the Swarupa, Atma Swarupa, that is to say, Prema, right? And then compassion, warmth, friendliness, and then Ahimsa, right? All these will manifest. The Purnatva will be there, Shanti will be there, that will be there in the mind. The mind is no more Ajnani mind, the mind is a Jnani mind now, or the person is a Jnana. The Jnana will reflect in the mind, in the ways of the mind, how it looks, it will reflect. Therefore, the mind also becomes Prashanta. When I know that Atma is Prashanta, I, the Jiva, I, the mind, also becomes Prashanta, Prashantam. Okay, this is the result. This is Jivan Mukti. When the mind imbues the wisdom and exhibits, the wisdom is manifest in and through all the transactions, then that is the Jivan Mukti. The Purnatva, the Tripti, the satisfaction manifest in all that. That is the Jivan Mukti. So there is a Prashanta. The mind also becomes Prashanta here. Even though mind is not the object of meditation here, but on meditating Brahman, Atman, which is Prashanta, the mind becomes Prashanta. In fact, the mind becomes everything, Shivam, Prashantam, Amritam, etc. These things, the mind becomes. Mind understands that. Mind becomes Prashanta. Okay. Then continuing, Amrita said. Mrita is subject to, what is subject to? Time. What is subject to? Mortality. Time brings changes in things. Okay? Things are like in a blacksmith's shop, no? In a smithy shop, the smith with the hammer works on the molten metal or the, not the molten, heated metal, beats them into different shapes, wrought. No? So time rings change, W-R-I-N-G, rings lot changes in that. Kalaha kalayati. Time keeps on changing things. This is well known to us. Even the seemingly non-moving, like stationary things like mountain, etc., they also undergo changes. Sun, stars, galaxies also undergo changes regularly. They keep on undergoing change. Anything that is subject to time is Mrita. Here Atma is na Mrita. It is timeless. Time also is Kalpita in Brahmatman. Okay. So, therefore he says Amritam. The commentator, the Swami says Amritam Kalatraya Asamsprishtam. Samsprishta, touched, affected, changed. Asamsprishta, untouched. Na samsprishta, not touched, not changed, not affected by time. Time cannot work on that. Time has no scope. Time cannot have an entry. Why so? Time is kalpita, Atma is akalpita, Brahman is akalpita. So Atman Brahman is timeless. Kala Atita it is. It is also said Kala Kala. Kala of Kala. The devourer of time. The time is devoured in timelessness. Right? Not just seconds or minutes, even the yugas are devoured in Kala. Devoured in the timeless. Okay? Time, however big the scale is, no? Even if it is yuga, millions of years, billions of years, eons, right? All of them are blips. Not only seconds and minutes are blips. Blip is just like on the screen, no? Like on the screen, blip comes and goes. One light, one spark comes and goes in that. So even yugas are like blips. In the Bhagavatam, in one instant, in one place, Brahmaji, the four-faced creator of this world, he does not understand who Krishna is. He thinks that Krishna is a cowboy, cowherd boy, not a cowboy, not in that sense a cowboy. It's a cowherd boy, simple fellow. Okay? And this fellow, everybody is praising Krishna. Even Devas can praise Krishna, and they come and tell Brahmaji also, oh, Krishna is Param Purusha, etc., Purushottama. All that they say. Brahmaji is a little annoyed at this, undeserving praise, he thought. A very nice boy, all right. Lovely boy, yes. Blue-eyed boy of Vrindavan. Agreeable, yes. He is a lovely boy, yes. But then, Parameshwara, Paramapurushartha, Purushottama, etc., Brahmaji could not. And then he also witnessed certain leelas of the divine sport of Krishna. Also he saw leelas. But then he wanted to show to Krishna that who he is, that I am Brahmaji, I am bigger than you, I am the Lord, he wanted to show. Then what he did was, when the boys were out grazing the cows in the forest, then Brahmaji made all the boys fall asleep except Krishna. Boys, cows, calf and all that, everything fell asleep under the spell of Brahmaji. And then Brahmaji transported all of them into a cave and then hid them in the cave, put a rock and then made it appear that there is no cave from outside. So nobody went inside and saw where are the boys, that there are boys inside. Nobody knew. Brahmaji thought, let me see what Krishna will do now. Ye kya chamatkari karega, right? What trick this fellow will play? Let me see. Now I have hidden all the boys were gone. Okay, they were hidden, and all the cows are also gone, and they all have to go back to Vrindavan in the evening. Okay, otherwise all the mothers will go looking. Where is my son? Where is my cow? Where is my calf? And all that. All people will look after, and then everybody is missing except Krishna. Naturally, what will people do? This is Brahmaji's thinking. All will blame Krishna. Hey Krishna, तुम्हारे भरोसे पे, we were trusting you, we sent all the cowboys, all the cowherd boys and cows and all that. Now all are missing, but you are there now. You have come back. Where are all they? Let's see what Krishna will answer. What Krishna do, let us see. So Brahmaji thought so. So he hid all of his boys, and then all the boys and cows are hidden. Now Krishna knew this, came to know this, that Brahmaji has done this. Then what he did was, he manifested as all the boys, all the cows, all the calves, and all. He manifested as, retaining Krishna form, he manifested as all. He is Parameshwara. So in a trice he created all that, and then at usual evening time, all went back. No mother, the boys are back, the cows are back, the calves are back, and then the mothers are so happy, right? No mother doubts So all the boys, all the Krishna manifestation, they behave like the very own child in that family. All the cows behave as they used to behave, as the original cows used to behave. And not only that, the mothers felt something special when they embraced their son. The mother embraced the son. She felt something different, something great, something ecstatic about that. ये क्या हो रहा है? She felt so happy embracing the boy, seeing the boy, etc. Her own son, etc. But then nobody doubted anything. It went on for, let's see, Brahmaji, the tug of war between Krishna and Brahmaji. Let's see what Krishna does. Then Krishna created this magic, and then let us see how long Brahmaji holds the other end of the rope. Let's see. Went on for day after day, it went on, and after 1 year went on up to 1 year long it went on long. Okay. Then Brahmaji, at the end of 1 year, he comes and opens the cave, and then all are asleep there. Inside the cave, all the boys and cows, they are all still asleep. Oh, they are there. And then outside he looks, all boys are there, all boys are inside, all boys are outside also. Now Brahmaji comes to understand that this is not an ordinary cowherd boy, it's not a Yadava boy, it's not a this Gopala, it's not a Gopala, mere Gopala, he's the one who can create. I thought that I only can create, my creation notwithstanding, they are all there. The cave is there, the boys are there, cows are there, notwithstanding their presence, this Krishna has created all of them very much alike, and then in fact he is better than me, my creation, right? All are doing very well. So Brahmaji considered defeat to Krishna, and at that time Brahmaji had a vision. He had a vision. Okay, so he thought that I am Brahmaji, but at that moment of vision, he saw millions and millions of Brahmajis there in his vision, right? Millions of them, countless. Anywhere this Brahma looked up, they are all Brahmajis, all Hamsa Aroda, Hamsa Vahana, and then sitting on their Vahana, they are sitting, and then all are praying to Krishna. Krishna is there in the middle, and then all are praying to that. A very beautiful Varnana, a very beautiful description there. So Brahmaji got really understood what he was, what is his place there in that. So I am only one Brahma. Among the millions and millions, I am one Brahma. Krishna is the only one, okay? The only Krishna. I am one Brahmaji among millions, whereas Krishna is the only one, the Purushottama. So I mistook Krishna for a simple boy, cowherd boy. So I mistook that. So a very beautiful model there. Each Brahmaji is an archetype, is a model, is a representation. Each Brahmaji, in that incident, when Brahmaji sees so many Brahmas, that means each Brahmaji is an archetype, a model, representing one Srishti cycle. It's not only Brahmaji. Brahmaji means the entire Srishti. The entire Srishti. There is no Srishti minus, free from, away from, removed from Brahmaji. Srishti means it is in Brahmaji only. So Brahmaji creates all that. So all Srishti is with Brahma only. So each represents one Srishti, one Yuga, one cycle, one creation, sustenance, preservation, and then the merger, one cycle. Each one is a cycle. Brahmaji is an archetype. Okay, it's not merely a personality, not just a head, a god head it is, but then it's an archetype, a model representing the entire Srishti cycle. So millions of them are there. The other day we were talking, Big Bang, right? Did we talk about that? Yeah. How do we know that there is no Big Bang earlier? How do we know that there won't be another Big Bang later? How many Big Bangs are there? Where there? Will be there? We never know. We will never know that. Okay. So we are in one Big Bang, okay, in the middle of one Big Bang. It has banged and then it's expanding. Something big banged and then now it's all expanding, and then later collapse, and then the big crash, maybe like big crash. Okay. or implosion, big implosion, whatever. So it's all cyclical. So here it says asprishtam, untouched by any of this kala, amrita, untouched by kala. So each is a big yawn. Each Sriti cycle is billions of years it teaches. But then untouched by time, timeless it is. The time is kalpita on timeless. People take that time as an absolute entity, but modern science has shown very clearly that time is also relative. There is no absoluteness about time. Time also is relative, right? What we think as absolute is also not absolute. Time is not absolute. They have demonstrated. So, time is also part of Srishti only. Time is not outside of Srishti as scientists think. When they say before creation, before time. Before time means what? What is the meaning of this phrase, before time? What is it? We don't, what is before time? Before time is timeless, that's all. And that timeless, even now, in time also timeless. Timeless is the truth of even in time. When the time is there now we say we feel time, we count time, we live in time, etc. We say, right? This time also is kalpita on the timeless alone. Okay. So, Amrita it is. You are timeless. Essentially you are timeless. All this coming about and then living and then going away, these are all blips, or all the kalpita on the timeless, that is you. You the Sat, you the Chit, on that you are sporting a body and then you are sporting many, you as Atman, you as Brahman, you sport all the bodies, even the inert objects also, they come up, they rise in you, they subsist in you, they are preserved, they exist in you, and then they merge in you without touching you. The truth revealed here, you are Amrita, you are immortal. You are not touched by time. What belongs to time? That is a transactional, relative, vyavaharika. Time is vyavaharika, and time influences only vyavaharika. You are not vyavaharika. You are paramarthika. Therefore, you are kalatraya, asamsprishta, untouched by any time, any point of time, whether it is past, whether it is present or future. You are untouched by that. Kalatraya asamsprishtatvad amritam. And also amritam also means happiness. That the Acharya explains. Amritavadva kalatraya asamsprishtam. Then he explains amritavadva niratishaya ananda rupatvena. So, Brahman Atman is like Amrita, the nectar, ambrosia, elixir, right? Ambrosia, the immortal nectar of immortality. Okay. So, Amritavat, like Amrita, it is said now in the heavens, in the Devaloka, there is Amrita. What the Devas and Asuras got by churning the Amrita Sagara, the Kshira Sagara, milky ocean, and they got this inexhaustible, the nectar, that Amrita, the ambrosia of immortality. That is, they said, it obtains in the heavens. So, if you go to heaven, you will get to taste a glass of Amrita we will get, and then once you drink, you'll be free from all the problems. Here we have an Amrita on earth called coffee, okay? Or whatever one likes. So, Ihaloka Amritam Kim Nanam. Coffee. Coffee is the Ihaloka. for coffee lovers. Okay. So, this is the nectar of immortal. Amritavat, like Amrita. As one tastes Amrita, one discovers the happiness, joy, ananda. And therefore he says, Niratishaya ananda rupatvena. As being in the form of incomparable joy. Ananda, Niratishaya, incomparable. Atishaya means comparable, something better, something equal to that, something more than that, that is Atishaya. Atishayate, something excels, something excelling this, more than that, that is Atishaya. Niratishaya means nothing comparable to that, nothing more than that, that is Niratishaya. Ananda Rupatvena, incomparable, the Ananda. Therefore, Atma Brahma is said Amritam. Okay. Amritam. We have this name, no? Amrita, etc. We have name in India, we have these names. A girl has Amrita, the name is there. Boy, it's called Amrit, etc. is there. Okay. Further, Brahma Yonim. He explains the word Brahma Yonim. The word Brahma Yonim can be taken as two separate words. Brahma Yonim also. If we take as two words, then Brahma is in second case, in keeping with the other words, being the object of Vichintya. Brahma Vichintya, meditating on Brahman. This will be the meaning, second case. Or we can take it as one word, Brahma Yoni as one word also. So the Yoni, the Karanam, the cause, right? The Yoni here means the source of Brahman, Brahma. What is the meaning of Brahma? We will see that. Now what it says, our commentator says, Brahma Brihat Sarvasmat Adhikam. Sarvasmat Adhikam, more than everything else. Sarvasmat, everything. Adhikam, more than that. What is more here? In terms of reality, this being more. If we take Brahma as a separate word, then we take as Param Brahma, which is more than all. What is more here? Paramartha. This Paramartha. All Sarva, these are all Namarupa, Kalpita, they are either Vyavaharika or Pratibhasika, whereas this is Paramarthika. Therefore, the being Paramarthika, it's not touched by time, not limited by space, not limited by anything. Therefore, it is Adhika. Okay. Being all pervasive, being Sarvavyapi, it is Adhika in terms of reality also. And also being the Karanam. Okay. Being Sarvavyapi, it is Adhikam. Being Paramartha, it is Adhikam. And also being the cause of all, like Sarva Karana, being it is Adhikam. Therefore, Sarvasmat Adhikam. What is that Sarvasmat Adhikam? Brahma. What is Brahma? Brihat, the big one. Limitlessly big one. How big it is Brahman? Earlier, Anantarupam, the description was there. So all descriptions, they all are connected to this Lakshana. Anantarupam Brahma. Brahma which is Anantam. Okay, so infinitely big, incomparably big. Desha, Kala, Vastu, Paricheda, limitation is not there. That is Anantam Brahma, Brihat. When we say big, Brihat means big one, the big one. When we say big, the word big is an adjective. Okay, but then the adjective itself does not describe something, but the adjective always goes with something substantive. We say a big party, a big gathering, a big mountain, a big lake, right? Or a big mustard seed, a big mustard seed. The big adjective qualifies the substantive, and the substantive also has a limits there. What could be the nature of this attribute? Suppose when I say big mountain is Himalaya is a big mountain. Yes, there the big is really vast, very big. But when I say big mustard, big housefly, how big the housefly can be? Like a horse, like an elephant? No, big, fly big. That's all. It can be as big, comparable to an ordinary fly, but this is bigger in size, big fly. So the adjective, its framework, its dimension is restricted by the substantive. The fly restricts the size of the big here, And big describes the substantive fly. Compared to small fly, there is a big fly. Compared to a small mustard seed, there is a big mustard seed. And what if we say it's a small mountain? Oh, it's a small mountain. Huh? Small mountain does not mean small like a mustard. A small mountain may be a kilometer tall, it may be, okay, 1,000 meters tall, it may be small mountain. So, any substantive is limited by the attribute, the attribute, and attribute is limited by the substantive. Both determine each other's the nature. Okay. Whereas here it is said without any, it is said as it's neither the attribute nor the substantive. It is the brihat, the big one. That's all. That means this is the incomparably big, limitless ityartha. Brahma means limitless. Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam Brahma. Here also Ananta Rupam it is said, therefore that Anantam Brahma, limitless. Okay. Here our commentator seems to have taken these two are separate words. Brahma he talks separately, and then Yonim, the word, he talks separately. Okay. Now we'll go along with this first. Yonim. The cause, the source. The source is called Yoni here. And what does it mean here? It says Jagat Janmadi Karanam. Yoni means Karanam, the source, the cause. Cause for what? Janma Adi, Janma, etc. What is it, etc. here? Sthiti and Laya. Janma Adi, Janma and others. Birth, etc. etc. means sustenance, and then merger, resolution or dissolution. Janmadi. Janmadi means Janma, Sthiti and Bhanga or Laya, Karanam. Whose Janmadi? Jagat Janmadi. Jagataha Janmadi. The cause is for the birth, etc. of the Jagat, the whole universe. Jagat is not just earth, but it is the entire universe. Known, unknown, all that manifest, unmanifest, all Jagat. Jagat Janmadi Karanam is the meaning of Yonim, the source of all that. Okay. Now we can look at this word as Brahma and Yoni, these two as one word also, Brahma Yonim. What does it mean? Brahmanaha Yoni, the source of, the cause of Brahma also. What is the meaning? What is the meaning of Brahma there? If it is taken as one word, Brahmanaha Yonim, the cause of Brahman, the source of Brahma. What is the Brahma here? Brahmaji is the meaning there. Brahmaji also is called by the word Brahma. Okay. So Brahma here means Brahmaji, Chaturmukha, Hiranyagarbha, the Karanam of even Brahmaji, Brahmanaha Yoni, Brahma Yoni. When Parameshwara, when Paramatma, Brahman is the source of, origin of even Brahmaji, what to talk of everything else? Right? There is one approach, there is one method called Prathama Malla Nyaya. Prathama Malla Nyaya. In a wrestling match, what they do, it's not that there's one champion wrestler, say, there is one champion. And then there is a challenger. Say, nowadays it happens in the world heavyweight, world boxing championships, heavyweight, middleweight, lightweight, flyweight, etc. Championships are there. Who is the current heavyweight champion? I lost track. You don't know who is the heavyweight? Any idea? They become outdated. My information is very outdated. World heavyweight champion. Okay. Now there is a challenger, and then there is a match, and then whoever wins there, suppose the challenger wins, and then that challenger becomes the world heavyweight champion number one in the world. Okay. Now how do we know that he is number one, so and so is number one? This fellow beat the number one, this becomes number one. So in order to become the world champion, this our contender, our challenger does not go about knocking out everyone. Knocking out everyone. Hey, come on, one day he comes here and then, come on, I want to be the world champion. Take it. Take it. give one left uppercut and right uppercut and all that. And then some punches in the belly and all that. Even before we receive a punch, we say that we agree, you are champion. You are undisputed champion. We don't dispute that. So this fellow does not have to become the world champion. Suppose he were to defeat the entire world now. How will it happen? So what does he do now? The Prathama Malla, the topmost, defeat the topmost, then this fellow becomes the topmost. So by defeating the topmost, everybody else is automatically 1 over, assumed to be 1 over. This is the Prathama Malla Nyaya. Now this the Atman Brahman is the cause of even Brahmaji. Then what to talk of everything else? So Brahmanaha api yoni, Brahma yoni. Okay, even cause of even Brahmaji, therefore the cause of everything. Jagat Karan. That's why he said Jagat Janmadi Karanam. Even for Brahmaji is a Parameshwara, Paramatma is the cause. This is one meaning, Brahmanaha yoni. Another meaning is Brahma. Also, the word Brahma has a lot of meanings. Yeah. Here Brahma also means Veda, Shastra. The Veda Shastra is also called Brahma. Why it is called Brahma? Because it is big in its scope. It talks of all the Purusharthas and all the 4 Purusharthas it talks about, it covers, and also Aihika and Amushmika, here and hereafter it covers, right? It covers the life of the Jiva over many births, and every Jiva it covers. And it talks of a variety of ends and means, okay, sadhana, sadhya, karma and karma phala, punya, etc. It talks. So the range, what the Veda covers is huge, vast. In fact, it covers the entire human life aspirations. Not one life, the whole journey of every Jiva it covers. Therefore, it is called Brahma. Veda is called Brahma. Now, where from the Veda comes, if we ask, it comes from Ishvara. Therefore, Brahma Yoni, the source of even Vedas. Who is that? This Brahma, Param Brahma, Parameshwara is the source of even Vedas. That is one meaning. The source of the Vedas, from whom even the Vedas manifest. That is the Brahma Yoni, the source of even Vedas. Okay. Another meaning is that in the Brahma Sutra, some of us may get the occasion to study that Brahma Sutra also. There is one sutra, Shastra Yonitva, there is one sutra. There, Acharya Shankaracharya, commenting on that, explaining that, we can see it in 2 ways he shows. One is that Shastrasya Yoni, the source of even Shastra, that is the first meaning we saw. The source of even the Vedas, that is one meaning. The second meaning of that sutra, he points out, how do we know Brahma Swarupa? From where? What is the source of knowing Brahma Swarupa, Atma Swarupa? Atma I know, I know, but then what am I? I do not know. Who am I? Really I do not know. I am Brahman is known only through Shastra. Therefore, Shastra is the yoni for the knowledge of Brahmatma. Right? Therefore, only from Shastra I understand my Swarupa. Therefore, Shastra is the yoni for that. What is understood by from the Shastra? Atma Brahma, and that is Brahma Yoni, which is understood from Brahma Veda. Okay, so the Yoni here means the source, the Pramanam, and then Brahma is the thing, Vastu, about which I know. Right? No, sorry. Brahma here is Veda. Second Veda here. Through Veda, I come to know Brahmatma Swarupa. Therefore, Brahma Yoni with Shastra Pramanatva. That's Shastra Pramana, Shastra Pramanya. You follow? So, Veda, one meaning is Veda comes from Parameshwara. Second meaning is Parameshwara is known through Veda. The Veda is the source for knowing Parameshwara. Okay? Again, I repeat, Brahma Yoni means the Veda, Brahma means Veda. Veda comes from Parameshwara, Brahma Yoni. Parameshwara is Brahma Yoni, the source of even Vedas. Second meaning is Parameshwara is known through Brahma, that is Veda. Okay? So that is the Parameshwara who is known through the Shastra. known through the Veda Upanishad. That is the Brahmayoni. Okay. Now the commentator beautifully points out Yatha etat Visheshana Jatam Tadvat Swarupam Api. These are all Visheshana Jatam. Jatam here means Samuha, group. Here. Jatam does not always mean bond, but here Jatam here means Samuha, a group of descriptions, attributes, Achintyam, Prasantam, Amritam are descriptions. Not only that, Tadvat Swarupamapi. They are not only Visheshana here, they are Swarupa. Swarupa means what? So it talks about Nirgunam Brahma. It is Nirgunam Brahma. That is the point. They are seen as attributes. They are also seen as descriptions, the characteristics, descriptive characteristics, defining characteristics. See, there are two types of Visheshana. One is an attribute, like even a blue cloth, right? That is a blue cloth. The blue is an attribute, Visheshana. It describes some attribute, some quality of that cloth. Blue it is. It is not yellow. It is not white, right? And it describes. That is one type of Visheshana. Other type of Visheshana is a Lakshana there, Swarupa Lakshana. Like even when you say hot fire, when you say, right? When you say hot fire, the hot is not just like blue cloth, but it describes the very nature of fire. Being hot is its nature. There it is Swarupa Lakshana there. That is not a Visheshana. Right? We follow. Two types of Visheshanas. One is an attribute like a tall man. That a tall is a descriptive of this man. So not a short man, not a fat man, a tall man. Like. But then another is a Lakshana, Swarupa Lakshana, like a hot fire, right? We will say. The bright sun, when we say brilliant sun, the brilliant is the Swarupa sun. That was Swarupamati. It's not only Visheshanam, the commentator points out, Yathayetat Visheshana Jatam, like even these are Visheshana attributes, Tadvata, so too they are Swarupam, they are Lakshanas also, the defining characteristic also. Definitions, very definitions of Brahman as well. And these fit with the Atma also. Achintyam, Avyaktam, etc. fit with Atma Swarupa also. Vishadam, Vishokam, etc. fit with Atman also. Later on, the Upanishad will point out this Brahman is Atma. This Atma is Brahman, it will point out. Jiva Brahma Aikyam, that will follow. Here itself it is there. Paramatma, which is presented as Achintyam Avyaktam, is Atma Swarupa, Achintya Avyakta, etc. also. Okay. Right. Continuing the line of contemplation. Tamadi Madhyanta Vihinamekam Vibhum Chidanandam Arupam Adbhutam. Okay. Tam Adi Madhyanta Vihinamekam Vibhum Chidanandam Arupam Adbhutam. Tam, right, that Brahma, that Parameshwara, which is Adi, Madhya, Anta, Vihina. Vihina, free from, without Adi, a beginning, without Madhya, a middle, without Anta, end. There is no beginning, middle and end, it's not there. Adi, Madhya, Anta. Beginning, middle or end is not there for that Vastu, Brahmatma Vastu. Already said it was Ananta Rupam. This describes further. Adi Madhyanta Vihinam. It is free from that. Space wise, you cannot say Ishvara begins here. I can say, where do you begin? Where do you start? Top of the head I begin. Top of the head, and then here I begin. Above that I am not there. And here I begin. Top of the head to toe and the tip of the toe, there is the end, beginning, and I have a definition. Space-wise, either person, individual is limited. And then there is one Madhya in between is there. Space-wise, Adi, Madhya, Anta is there. Time-wise also, now I am born, now I am alive, now I am dead. Right? This is a Adi, Madhya, Anta is there. Time-wise also is there. Brahmatma does not have any of these. Adi, Madhya, Anta. In the Bhagavad Gita we saw, no? Na jayate mriyate va kadachit, etc. Free from janma, etc. We also saw in that, no? Shad bhava vikara. The sixfold changes are not there for Brahmatma. Jayate is born. Asti has an existence. Vyavaharika existence. Asti. Then vardate, grows. Yeah, like a young boy or a young kid growing into a teenager, an adult, growth. And then viparinamate, undergoes further modifications. And then apakshiyate, degradation is there, degeneration, degradation is there, is there, is there. You look at the, can't see that person. Aru Chupuniya, who is that? Suppu, who is that? Subramanyam, is it that? You have to look like this. Say once again, Mama, what? Apakshiyate, undergoes degradation. Now then, finally, mriyate, right? Apakshiyate, mriyate. Sixfold vikara, shad bhava vikaras are there. Brahmatma, I am free, I being timeless. These are all, I am free from any of these. These belong to body and mind, not to me, the Atma. Shariram jayate, shariram asti, shariram vardate, shariram viparinamate, shariram apakshiyate, shariram mriyate. Jivaha na mriyate, jiva apeta shariram mriyate. Upanishad points out, jivaha na mriyate. There is no death even for jiva. What to talk of Atma, Brahma, before Adi, Madhya, Anta, Vihinam. There is we all know this. Many of you know this story, no? Then there was a dispute among the gods. Among the gods, there was a dispute. Above all the gods, Vishnu. It's a Shaiva story. Okay, bear with that. If you are a Vaishnava, please bear with this story. Okay. So, among the Devas, Vishnu and Brahma, they stood out as at the topmost. But between the two, they told that I am the greatest, I am the greatest, I am the greatest, they said. And then the Paramatma, the Parameshwara, kept quiet. And then they could not come to an agreement. How will they come to an agreement? I am right means how can I agree with? Right? Come on, let us discuss. I am the biggest. Okay, let us discuss and come to an agreement. No, both of them did not come to an agreement. Then Shiva appeared in between them, right? As a huge, column of light, right? A great column of light he stood. And then this column of light they had not foreseen, they had not seen before. Both Brahma and Vishnu have not seen. And then they were curious and also they were wonderstruck. What is this great source of light which we have never seen? We are not like that. It is something infinitely bigger than us. What is this? Where does it begin? Where does it end? So Vishnu took the form of a bird, Hamsa bird, and then, Vishnu took the form of a boar, and then he went down and below, down below, to see the beginning of it, where it starts. And then Brahmaji took the form of a swan bird, and then let me see where it ends. They went on for eternity. They went on and on, they could not see. And then they finally considered there is something infinitely bigger than us. So something, Adi is not there, Anta is not there, right? Adi, Anta. So there is in the Purana, there is a narrative is there. Vaishnava people will not accept the story. They say our Vishnu is bigger than your Shiva. Dispute. Anyway, so Adi Madhyanta Vihinam, free from all these limitations. And then Ekam, that is one and only one. The manyness is only Upadhi. Upadhikrita, Nanatvam is Upadhikrita. Like even pot is Upadhi, parts are many. The manyness of parts do not constitute the manyness of clay. Clay is one, manifests as many parts. So too, the part space, Gata Akasha, because of Upadhi's Gata, so many Gata Akashas can show up. Not that there is Akasha is divided by part, but then appearance. Apparently there are many Gata Akasha. Not that there are many Gata Akashas, but then apparently there are many Gata Akasha. So the manifold, multiplicity, many manifoldness in this prapancha that we see, variety we see, number we see, right? So that's all accounted for by this Upadhi. So the Maya, we also know, Maya accounts for the multiplicity, one becoming many, one appearing as many. How do you account for manyness in this world? When you say one is the truth is one, how is it then that there are many in this world? That is accounted by this Upadhi. One appearing as many because of the Upadhi. In the presence of, in the Maya Upadhi, many is seen. Like even the familiar example of so many mirrors are there in a hall of mirrors. So many mirrors are there, so many reflections are there. Suppose I stand in the middle of the hall and then there are 10 mirrors. No, at least there will be 10 plus 1, 11 me's will be there. One is the truth and then other are apparent manifestation. Why there are 10 more? Because of so many mirrors are there. So too, one appearing as many, for that is accounted for. Ekam. The many appearances, suppose just because I stand in the hall of mirrors and 11 are seen, I am not confused definitely, right? So I, the individual, I know what is a reflection, what is not, right? I know I am the real me. These are all reflections. I know. I am not confused. And then I am not confused that which one is real me, which one I should obey. This fellow is turning to the back, and that fellow is facing front, and that fellow is facing left, and this fellow is facing right, left, right, etc. No confusion. One appearing many is not a source of confusion. As long as one appearing as many is clear, there is no confusion. Ekam. A lot of people take, like we are all sparks of divinity, they say, sparks of divinity. Then, in that spark of divinity, you have to understand the example. Spark does not mean there are many, that is not the point that is told in the example. A spark of fire is fire, that's all that is meant. That's all that is the meaning. A spark of fire is hot, is brilliant. Right? That's all it is meant. The example comes to say only the spark is fire. That's all it means. It does not come to say there are many sparks. You are a tiny spark. That is not the meaning. Right? So people say, the Atman, the Jiva, the soul is a spark of divinity, etc. That the spark means Sadrisha. That's all. That's very Swarupa of fire. That's all. The spark is fire. That's all the meaning. That's all it is intended. Not that there are many sparks and you are a tiny spark. The big fire is, then you have to go and you have to become big fire, you have to merge with that big fire, etc. This is not because of not understanding what the example means, what the example conveys. You see, in every example, some aspects are to be taken, others are to be left out, should not be taken. Suppose I say, so this boy is like tiger, this boy is a tiger. I use that, this boy is a tiger. How can this boy be tiger? Is his name, is it Tiger Woods? No, he is Tiger. He is not Tiger Woods, he is Tiger. Tiger Woods is a golf player. Okay, a well-known golf player. Now, when I say this boy is a tiger, I don't mean that he has a tail, he has 4 legs and he has stripes all over the body. That is not the vivaksha there, and he cannot go near him. Doesn't take bath. Tiger, doesn't take bath. And then hunts for his food. Prowls the dining hall for chapatis and then roti, dal, and pounces upon the roti. That's not the vivakshita artha. He's a very bright fellow, fearless fellow, that's all. Courageous boy, that's all we meant. So, in every example, certain amshas we have to take, others we have to leave out. The problem will come only when we take the unnecessary elements into consideration and then try to fit in that. Then only problem comes. So here, this ekam, spark, fire, etc. The intention of the example is that spark of fire, divine spark means you are divine. That's all the meaning here. You are not. Does not mean you are a small divinity. There is a big divinity, etc. That is not the vivaksha here. Ekam, advitiyam. Ekam also means non-dually one. Advitiyam you are. Okay, we'll leave it here. We'll continue tomorrow. Bhadram karne vishrivyama deva bhadram pashyemakshadirvyajatra sthirairangai stuštvam sastanubihi vyashena devahityadayu swasti na indro vriddhashrava swasti na pusha vishvaveda swasti nastarksho arishtanihi swasti no brihaspatirdadhatu om shanti 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 om purnamadav purnamidam purnat purnamudachyate purnasya purnamadaya purnamev shishyate om shanti shanti